used to just working. Like me, I used to love to just work. I didn't even think like I would need a side hustle. I didn't even think I wanted a side hustle. All I knew was I needed to go to school, find a job, and work. And a lot of side hustles, people don't realize that side hustles, they come sometimes by accident. It's not what you wanted or something, because side hustles needs to be a hobby. If you're doing a side hustle, it has to be a hobby. Your side hustle has to be something that you really, really love to do. Your side hustle cannot be something that somebody's making you do. Like somebody's telling you do some marketing, and you don't like marketing. So if you don't like marketing, you're not gonna enjoy your side hustle, because side hustle means you have a regular job, and side hustle mean you have other income. Maybe your spouse makes enough income and you just want to do something on the side. And side hustle just means you already have the main income. It's not what you rely on to survive. So that's what side hustle is. But a lot of people have changed their side hustle to be their main income. How do you do that? And how have people done that? How have people made sure that their side hustle makes income? And my side hustle ended up being what I do for a living, and it started as a hobby. So if you want to do a side hustle, make sure you're doing something that you really, really love. Make sure you're doing something that nobody's forcing you to do. Like I remember I tried to do a side hustle for sales. I don't like sales. I can't sell for nothing. I don't like doing where I have to call people and make sales. And that's a lot of the common side hustle. Someone will come to you and tell you, hey, you can make a lot of money by selling. I remember somebody convincing me to do logistics, but I forgot that logistics involves sales. I said, I want to do that as a side hustle. But I didn't realize that the side hustle was not what was involved me calling, trying to get sales. First of all, I don't like calling people. I always feel like when I call people to ask them to get something from me, I always feel like that I'm disturbing them. So really, that was not me. No, I didn't like that. But I only found out after I was already in the middle of it that this was not what I wanted to do. Sales was not what I really intended to do. So before you start a side hustle, make sure it is something that you love to do. Like if you like to cook, I think it is good to start a side hustle. Like you're a good candidate to start a side hustle for cooking, maybe, and selling food. That could be a good, if you like cooking. If you like cooking, that's a good side hustle for you. But if you don't like cooking and you decide you know how to cook samosas, or maybe you know how to cook bake, but you really, really, in actuality, you really don't like to cook, but you can cook, you better not, because sooner or later, if you start that side hustle, your cake will start stinking. You'll start feeling like, ugh, I can't stand the smell of this food. You'll start feeling like, I can't stand this cake. So if you're doing a side hustle, make sure that the side hustle is something that you really, really love to do. Okay? That is something that, for me, the way I started doing this jewelry, I started it as a hobby. I really didn't even think that I really liked doing jewelry. I actually didn't think. So sometimes your side hustle is something that you really don't think that you're good at. You love to do it. I believe that if you love to do something, you'll give it 100%. But if you don't love to do something, you ought to do it 100%. I remember one time I started a side hustle of selling used bags. I was selling used leather bags. Let me tell you, I liked the money because I started making money. My eye was good in detecting good bags, and I would go to the thrift stores and buy those leather bags, and sell them. The only problem I had was the more I piled those leather bags, the more I hated the smell. I hated the smell of leather, of thrift. You know how thrift stores sometimes can stink, you know? There's a smell stinks. It has like an old, thrift stores have a smell like an old furniture smell, old clothes smell. So that's how I started feeling like my house, because I had to buy a lot of bags in order to make the money. And the more I bought, the more I piled those bags in my house, the more I hated what I was doing. So, like I said, if you're actually doing, trying to find something that you love, or you want to do a side hustle, just make sure that your side hustle has is something that you really love to do. Some people, they'll meet people, they'll leave their jobs for side hustles. They say, oh no, somebody told me I can just do this. Like one time, somebody told me to quit my job and do a side hustle of working from home. And man, and it was for a telemarketing company. Remember, I told you I don't like doing sales. As soon as I started doing that, I started hating it. When I wake up in the morning, I didn't want to hear, I didn't want to call people. I didn't want to hear the no's. I was uncomfortable. So that was a bad side hustle. So you tell me, comment there. What side hustle have you ever started? And then in the middle of it, you're like, oh my God, what did I get myself involved in? I need you to comment there if you're watching this video and tell me. For me, there's 3 things, side hustles, that I've gotten into. The sales, like a telemarketing job. I've been told, oh, you just be calling people, and you're from the comfort of your home. You can call people, and customer service. I don't mind customer service, but you have to plus sell. They forgot. They didn't mention the selling part. They only mentioned the customer service part. Shock to me. I was surprised that I had to sell. I was surprised that I had to sell. That threw me off because I wasn't planning to be a salesperson, So if you are, let me turn something off here. If you are looking for a side hustle, make sure it's a hobby. Make sure it's something that you love to do. Make sure it's something that you enjoy doing. Make sure that it's something that you're not going to get bored doing. Don't go for a side hustle because your friend does the side hustle. You know, some people will leave jobs and say, oh, I'm going to do this side hustle. My friend told me about a side hustle I could do. And then you start doing it, and it's your friend who likes it. You don't like that. Maybe your friends like to sell. Maybe your friend likes thrift stores, but you don't. So make sure it's something you love. The way I started doing my jewelry was, I really didn't like, and sometimes side hustles are not necessarily what you like, but you can figure out that you like when you start, when you test it. Let me tell you, I started making jewelry because I was looked at one jewelry and I said, maybe I can try this. I was at a bad time in my life. And so I felt like I needed to keep my hands busy, my mind busy. So I started doing it and I realized I loved it. And then when I realized that I loved going to the store where the beads are, and I loved looking at the colors, and I loved looking at, and then now, when I started making jewelry, originally I was trying to make, what do you call it? I was trying to make necklaces, but I don't like necklaces. So I ended up doing earrings like the ones you see I got right now. So if you want to do a side hustle, if you like to work with patients, if you like to work with, if you like to clean, if you like to cook, find something that's related to what you love. Because if you don't, like me, I can sit in this area. This is my working area. I can sit here for hours. I sometimes have to put a time, like an alarm to let me know that I need to stop. So for me, side hustles has to be a hobby. Twice I've been moved from my hobby to do a side hustle that was not meant to be me. And a lot of side hustle people that just come up, another thing, let me tell you. Side hustles, handmaids, things that you make by hand, you do by hand, cleaning, cooking, doing things that really you can make to be yours, is actually better than things that is already pre-made. Let's say selling jewelry that I'm buying from somebody. It's, somebody once told me, and I hope I'll be a millionaire sometime. Somebody once told me the quickest way to be a millionaire is to invent your own thing. When you hand make your own thing, you're actually inventing something. I'm inventing something that nobody has. I'm making something that nobody has. See, like this earring here. You see how beautiful this earring is? It may look like somebody's earring, but it is very different because the beads are different. Everything about it is very different. So my thing is, invent something, make something by hand, and become a millionaire. Did you hear that? Invent something and become a millionaire. So anyways, this is my first video of many videos. I keep saying that I need to be coming on live and just talking and rambling, and now I feel like I'm rambling. But I hope if you're watching this that you subscribe to my video, because you will learn from somebody who is small, somebody who started over, somebody who's gone through, somebody who is going through, somebody who has overcome, somebody who is always overcoming. You learn from somebody like you. So make sure you subscribe to A Lily Talk Show so we can talk. Thank you.